I've been waiting for this item to show up in a Fishvault box for months now, and it finally happened in the September Elite Box. I'm telling you, this one item alone makes the whole box worth it. The second I saw it, I knew it was going straight into my kayak, no hesitation. So let me walk you through what's in the September box, from the least expensive to the most expensive item. Let's hop in. Kicking us off is a 20-pack of the Zoom Finesse worms. This is the black red glitter. Now, Zoom's been around since 1977, which means they had about 50 years to perfect the art of fooling bass into making bad decisions. And the Finesse worm, this guy right here, that's one of their greatest hits. Now, this little dude has probably caught more bass than half the baits in your tackle box combined. You can rig it wacky style, on a shaky head, Texas, Carolina. Honestly, you could probably zip tie it to a stick and still catch something. It's subtle, it's sneaky, and it's like the ninja of soft plastic. If bass had therapy, they would be talking about this worm. All right, what else we got? Ooh, also coming in from Zoom. Now, this is perfectly timed when bass are dialed in on shad. And we have the 5-inch winged fluke. Look at that. Now, reviewers are calling this thing money as it glides effortlessly and stays in the strike zone longer thanks to those little wings on the side. Now, think of it as like the Super Fluke's cooler cousin, right? Now, this is a Bisago Wagasaki color. Now, in practice, the Wagasaki color often mimics a shad or like a smelt type bait fish. Think silvery or translucent body with subtle blue and green hints, often with fine sparkle or shimmer to imitate real bait fish scales. Now, I'll likely be tying this guy on in just a few minutes because now is the time of the year to be throwing flukes. What else do we got? We are now stepping into protect your gear territory with the skull cap reel cover. And that is a hint for what's coming later in the box. Now, this little guy keeps your expensive reels safe from dings, dirt, those oops moments when your buddy tosses the rod in the truck bed like it's a shovel, right? It snaps right on, fits both right and left-handed reels, and it will protect those expensive reel investments. Now, if your reel could talk, it would say, "Thank you, bro. Needed that." All right. What else we have next? This guy right here, nothing inside this box. I'm actually using it right now. Let's talk priorities. Coffee, morning on the lake, fog rolling in, that first sip, chef's kiss. Come on. Now, the Grizzly Grip Camp Cup comes from the folks who brought you Grizzly Coolers, a company that's been keeping drinks cold and anglers happy since 2002. It's stainless steel, has that solid handle, it's got a rubber bottom so it doesn't do that slide of shame or that fall over in your kayak, and it has that splash proof lid. And when you're done drinking coffee, it might just end up as your bait graveyard. All right, next up, we have the Cuda magnetic tape measure, right? This is the I swear it was this big eliminator. So this tape measure is waterproof, tear resistant, UV proof, and it's got a magnetic end so when it doesn't go flying when the wind kicks up. It's built for anglers who want to actually prove it next time they tell a fish story. You can measure bass, catfish, pike, muskie, or maybe even your ego after a slow day. All right, now the moment you've been waiting for, this guy right here, 13 Fishing's Concept C2. Now, when you spend as much time on the water as I do, you start to appreciate gear that just flat out performs. And the 13 Fishing Concept is one of those reels that immediately earned your respect. Now, it's not in that box because I have actually been fishing with it. I wanted to get it on the water as soon as possible. And be completely honest with you, this thing casts like a dream. It's lightweight, it's smooth and effortless, and sometimes you don't always get that with a lightweight reel. I had it paired on the river chasing some of the most fiercest fighters in the game, smallmouth bass, and it handled them like a boss. Now, the specs back it up too. It's a 6:8:1 gear ratio. That's fast, but still gives you the torque when you need it. It's got a cast iron carbon frame. It sounds heavy metal, but it's actually lightweight and corrosion proof. It's got 25 pounds of what they call bulldog drag, which is strong enough to stop that runaway freight train, the occasional surprise catfish, drum, pike, or muskie that decides to crash the party. And then there are those high spin bearings. These are simply polished to tighter tolerances than standard stainless steel for that buttery smooth retrieve every single time. Now add in the Arrowhead line guide for that flawless line flow and the Beetle Wing side plate right here that flips open for quick spool access, and you got a reel that is all performance no gimmicks. So there you go. From a trick worm that can fool giant to a quality reel that makes you feel like a pro. Whether you're rigging plastic, sipping coffee, or bragging about your 5-pounder that was totally 3 pounds, these are some solid upgrades to your kit. And if you're on the fence, if Fishvault is right for you, and you need to see some more box openings or even beefed up welcome boxes that they offer, well, I got you covered. Elite box right there, welcome box right there. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see ya.